Hello, Pisces. So here is your reading. Okay, first up, you have the Page of Cups. You have the Four of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Then you have, in the reverse challenging position, you have the King of Wands. And in your what actions should you take position, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a lot of, the cups represent your emotions. So you have a lot of emotional stuff going on here. Now the Page of Cups, to me, this is kind of in your recent past. So this could be like, however, a few months, a few weeks prior, a few days. The Page of Cups, he's very creative. Like he has all these like ideas, like his creative energies are flowing. So I think you kind of were, he's very sensitive, he's intuitive, he has an open heart, he's very creative, and he has all the, he's very curious, and it's like the possibilities are infinite with him, endless possibilities. So I think you guys were going through like a really creative phase, and I think you guys kind of thought up a lot of things, but now for whatever reason, it's almost like you're not really proceeding forward. Or the Four of Cups is about apathy and boredom. I wonder if you went through this creative phase, maybe you tried something a little bit and it's not quite happening the way or as quickly as you like, and now you're feeling really bored with it. You're kind of not very happy. I think there's opportunities that are presenting themselves, but they don't really look the way that you want them to look. So I think you're in this phase right now. You're in this state where you're just not super satisfied with what is being presented to you. And the Seven of Cups is all about daydreaming. I don't think daydreaming is a bad thing. I think you're considering different options. Sometimes they say, though, that you have to watch, because some of the options that are presented that look really shiny and look great are actually nothing. They're illusions. So in the daydreaming, you never want to just get stuck daydreaming. You definitely want to eventually get into like trying something out. But I think, to me, the daydreaming about stuff isn't a bad thing, because sometimes we could figure out certain problems in our minds. Like sometimes we can work through stuff. If we daydream enough about it, you can actually kind of work through some of the finer details. So when you actually do something, you have a little bit more of a base idea of how you're going to do it. So I don't think daydreaming is bad. I just think it could be problematic when you never actually apply any action to it. But I think with your daydreaming, you need to kind of keep in mind that all that glitters is not gold. So you have to be like aware of some of that, but you don't want to get just caught up in this dream world either. Now the King of Wands reverse indicates that it could be kind of like really setting your expectations too high that you're just going to encounter failure. And it could also be like not having things planned out. So it's almost like poor leadership. Like things are not quite planned out the way they need to be. Expectations are too high that there's like no way you're going to actually achieve that initially. So it's that energy. But the Ace of Pentacles indicates that I think there's some kind of financial boost or some kind of boost. Something is going to come out that is going to be good. I think it might not meet these expectations, but I think you're going to see a little something that is going to make you feel like, you know what, yeah, maybe I'm on the right path, or I'm like excited about that, because it's going to be a little something. But this is also indicating, this could indicate that you do have good ideas, or you are in the right situation, or you should move forward with whatever this is. It's just you need to look at the little details a little bit better. You need to plan things out a little bit better to eventually get to the real financial aspects, you know, or better financial things, or better make progress with the situation. So I think because this is all about also mapping out the details. So I think that's going to be your challenge. So whatever your idea was from the past, I definitely think, even though things might not be kind of transpiring quite the way you wanted them to, I think you are still thinking about it and you're still trying to figure out some of the details. But I think like you don't want to set your expectations so high that you're going to be, because I wonder, because this is like you're challenging. I wonder if you set your expectations so high on whatever this is for you, that now this Four Cups moment is happening, because everything that is coming to you is like, you know, let's say if you started the Instagram, right? And I don't know, you can create an Instagram thing in your mind. So you're doing whatever on the Instagram or the TikTok. You know what? Let's use the TikTok, because everybody's on, apparently the TikTok is the thing. So you're on this TikTok, and maybe you expected to go viral, your first video out, and you were gonna like go viral, millions of views within 3 hours on your first video or whatever. And maybe you didn't quite go viral, but you got a lot of views. Maybe it was something that wasn't bad for a first video, but because it wasn't, you had set your expectations up so high that even though you actually did pretty good on the first video, it wasn't what you expected, and now it's not seeming, you're not happy about it. But then that would indicate that you actually did get some followers and you got a lot of views and you did do well. It wasn't the millions that you expected, but you actually did well. And that you're actually thinking of the next video and how to make it better. But I think you need to kind of just keep things within reason, in a sense. So that's just one example that could explain kind of this, how this energy works or whatever. So let's continue. So health, you've got health. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. I really get a kick out of this, that it's like it talks about health, but then it talks about friendships, which it actually could indicate that maybe to get out of this like kind of dissatisfaction moment, if you go for a walk or something, or if you have a dog and you take him to the dog park, maybe you'll actually meet other people or somebody who has a dog and your dogs like each other, and then you can start, you know, hanging out and have the play dates for the dogs or whatever. But it could kind of get you out of this this feeling like things aren't going quite right, and it could help you. Maybe it could even be somebody that's good for networking or whatever, you know, because this could indicate that you have some kind of idea that you might not know how to get off the ground yourself. So everybody is creative or has skills in different areas, and some people are very skilled in one area, but they're not really that skilled in another area. But those other people are really skilled in the other area, but not great in the first area. So it's very good for collaboration with other people who have skills in areas that you don't have. So it could indicate that just you might have had this Page of Cups, this kind of creative idea. It could be like a really good idea, but maybe you're having problems with some of the other aspects. Like, let's say you're like a super creative, artsy person, right? And some of your ideas have to do with, let's say video editing or something. You have these ideas for these videos, but you're not really a great, strong video editor, or you can't stomach sitting in front of a program for so long and editing out and doing all the nitty gritty. But maybe you'll meet somebody who's actually loves the video editing aspect of it and loves your idea, but they're not the artist like you. So you two can put your idea together and make something really great together. So I think this is just saying that you might meet somebody that kind of can help you kind of plan this out, or plan out some of the details a little bit better. So let's continue. You guys got a lot of these cards. These all came out for you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to read them all. You got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have, I can't speak, sorry. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit for fun to shine. Of fun to shine. Let me read this again one more time. Here we go. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And past life relationship. You have known each other before. Okay, so this is how I'm thinking this is going. I feel like the playfulness might go with the Seven of Cups, because sometimes when you're daydreaming, you're dreaming about multiple options, and it's kind of a playful thing. You know, it's kind of fun because you can kind of control your dreams and you're thinking through it. So that could be like a playfulness, and it can lead to like creative ideas and everything. So I think that's great. Now, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I wonder if somebody from the past might be able to offer you some advice or help with, if you're having problems with whatever this is, somebody might actually have some skills or advice to help you through. So I definitely would keep an eye out or ear for that, because maybe you can ask somebody, if you're not entirely sure how to do something, maybe there's somebody that can kind of help you with that. Now, soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. This could indicate a romantic person, but also I think that whatever you're trying to do, I think whatever your initial creative idea was, I kind of feel like maybe it's a really good idea. And for me, the soulmate would be like, it's almost like meant for you to have that idea, and it's meant for you to pursue that idea. So I'm going to stick the soulmate by the Page of Cups here with this creative idea. Now, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I think I'm going to put that by the Page of Cups too, because I feel like when you have these creative, inspirational moments, it's all about, it's like passionate too, even though if it's not like a romantic thing, it's like you're excited about something, you have passion to try to get something off the ground or try a project or whatever. Now, trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. I think the trust really should be, I think I'm going to put it by the Four of Cups, because you might be being offered options, but maybe none of the options look really great. But I think, and sometimes it gets a little discouraging, and it's almost like, well, should I even be doing this? Nothing looks good. I don't think this is going to work. I think you need to trust yourself and trust, maybe even spiritually, have faith that you are on the right path. So I definitely think when you're having this moment of kind of dissatisfaction, you need to trust that things could turn around and be better. Now, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I wonder if the King of Wands a little bit, because he's about leadership and things not going quite well. So maybe there's something financially that you need to kind of reevaluate. And that could be also why this issues and delays are happening, because maybe it could be somehow connected to finances. Maybe you have to watch that a little bit. Okay, past life relationships. You have known each other before. Now, I feel like that could go with, I wonder if you're having a friend come back. So with the reconciliation, or even this could be like an idea that you've had before and that you've always wanted to try, and now you're actually finally trying it. So you know what? I'm going to stick it by the Page of Cups, because I feel like that could be something that you've thought of before, but you were like, oh no, I'm not, I don't know if it's going to work. And now you're like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. And, okay, so let me continue. So here you have Ghost, regret. Now the Ghost card is all about, it's almost like, obviously ghosts, but it says that ghosts stay here because they have regrets, or they feel like they have unfinished business. So it's almost like if something is haunting you in a sense, you might have to let it go. Like if there's something from your past that keeps haunting you and it's actually affecting negatively your current situation, don't let it continue, because now it's going to continue to affect your future as well. So it's about letting something go, being aware of what is bothering you and letting it go. And I also think, for me also, the Ghost with this regret could be like, if there's something you really want to do, you have to do it, because once you're dead, like that's it. Like that's it. You're not doing it once you're dead, maybe in the next life or whatever, but so I feel like whatever idea this is, whatever this inspiration or whatever this thing represents for you, I think you need to pursue it, because you have to always remind yourself that once you're done, you're done. So you don't want to die without doing something you really like want to do, So I definitely would pursue something, or really take time to think about what is haunting you, what is some of the problems. Okay, so next up you have adventuring, create your own luck. And I think this is going to go a little bit with this Ace of Pentacles here, because this is kind of about having like a financial boost, or something good is coming your way. It's like a little bit something good, but sometimes creating your own luck is also changing your mindset, like staying positive, and kind of, for instance, like if you want something, you have to go after it. So I think this is reminding you that you need to keep pushing forward, and eventually you'll get to where you need to go, but you don't give up. So, and then these guys came out for you. I'm too busy working on my own grass to notice if yours is greener. Half of failures in life arise from pulling one's horse as he is leaping, and no one ever injured their eyesight by looking on the bright side. So, I'm too busy working on my own grass to notice if yours is greener. I think this is saying that the Seven of Cups, to me, with the daydreaming, I think you need to be daydreaming about your own grass, okay? You need to be figuring out how to potentially, if this Page of Cups is inspiration or creative idea or thing that you want to do, how you're going to make it work. So I think you need to stay focused. And if you feel like you're kind of screwing up in a sense if there's a leadership role or whatever you're doing is not going quite well and it's kind of bothering you a little bit. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. You got to focus on your stuff because you can fix this. You can figure it out. Nobody just is born an expert. You got to figure that out. It's all troubleshooting. It's all kind of trial and error. Like, it's all trial and error. Anybody that ever was good at something really screwed it up at one point. So don't forget that. So if you're not good at something, don't forget that anybody that ever was good at something screwed it up. When they first did it, they probably screwed it up. Everybody, it takes people time. And the more you do something, the better you get at it. So I feel like you need to just focus on your own stuff. Do not worry about what other people are saying. Just focus on your own lawn. And you're going to get to where you need to go. But you just need to let that excess chatter, like, don't worry about that excess chatter. So half of failures in life arise from pulling one's horse as he is leaping. Now, so I guess when you pull like the reins of the horse is like stops or something. I guess that's like brakes for the horse. So I think this is saying that if you want to do something, but it's not quite working out the way you wanted to with this kind of dissatisfaction card, and then, you know, you're daydreaming about it, but then things maybe even with this King of Wands, things are not quite flowing or fitting into place just yet. This is saying don't stop. You got to get through it. But if you stop, it's going to stop. Like your idea or whatever this is just going to be, it's going to be done. You got to continue with the flow. Like, even if something is not quite working out with it, you can troubleshoot it, you can figure it out and push forward. Just keep moving forward. So I definitely think this is saying that there's something, you're going to have some success with it. It might not be all in one go. It might not be as beautiful as you thought in the beginning, but keep going. I feel like you're really on the right path here, Pisces. You just got to keep moving forward. You got to keep on keeping on. And then no one ever injured their eyesight by looking on the bright side. So I feel like here with your little Four of Cups of this kind of card of discontentment, not having the satisfaction, not having things perfectly the way you want them. I think this is to remind you that even though things here don't look that great, you're not really happy with how they're being presented. If you see the bright side of something, sometimes then you might actually realize there's hidden opportunities here, because the Seven of Cups with the daydreaming, some of these things he's daydreaming about actually are opportunities. So one of these things that you were actually being presented maybe doesn't look so great initially, but it could always lead to something a little bit better. So I think if you stay positive, I think this even goes with this card, create your own luck. I think if you stay positive, you're going to be able to kind of be more in tune with things when they do happen, and it could definitely be beneficial for you. Okay, Pisces, think of your question. We're going to ask the Magic 8 Ball in a second, but first, let us find out what spirit of this shall be with you guys in the upcoming week. And you got the Spirit of the Fallen, which is the apple. So there you go. Okay, and let's see what dinner and a movie is recommended for you guys. What dinner and a movie is recommended for my Pisces? What dinner and a movie? Oh, you got romance and Italian. Romance and Italian. Okay, so let's see. Okay, you guys got a lot. Y, Q, X, N, V, U, T, S, T, A, I, N, A, Y, and then you have the numbers 8575240. And let's see what stones for you guys. Okay, these ones kind of stuck to my hand. You had Inspire, Wealth, Health, and Wisdom. So wealth I'm putting on, I'm going to put the wealth on the little Ace of Pentacles, because I think you're going to get a little something. I think something's coming your way. So I think that's fantastic. So now, Inspire, I feel like the Page of Cups is all about inspiration. It's all about having that creative outlet, that feeling, that excitement. So that's definitely great. Now, wisdom, I think the wisdom is about with the King of Wands, because the kings usually, they're very wise, but even though you're having a moment, things might not be going quite right, it doesn't mean that you're not going to gain that wisdom. Like, I feel like by you figuring this out, whatever, you reassessing what's not going quite right, you're going to gain the wisdom and you're going to be better off going forward. So that's definitely going on that one. And health, where am I putting the health? I'm going to put on the Seven of Cups, because you're daydreaming. Sometimes I think that's good for mental health a little bit. Sometimes I think it really, you get other ideas, and if something is not going quite right, you have that little break. You just don't want to stay in the daydreaming state, but sometimes I think it's healthy definitely to figure and think about things. So that one for me goes there. Okay, Pisces, think of your question. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Pisces' question? It says, signs point to yes. There you go, guys. The 8-ball has spoken. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.